What's up, guys? I just came back from my locals from Core TCG. I decided to take X-Sabers for this particular build, and if you guys from seen from my thumbnails, I took Axel Sabers. I'll go into the theory as to why I wanted to play it, but this is the prize I got. So surprisingly, JCS, the guy who owns or runs the tournament, found some Championship 3 packs, so I was able to secure them for getting third place. So yeah, if you guys are interested in getting these from me or anybody, I'll definitely ship it to you guys if you guys want to buy from me. If not, I'm just gonna put it on eBay and sell it. So anyways, I'll go into the deck profile, and actually I'm just gonna show you the combo essentially. I only play one copy of this guy. It's X-Saber Axel. A lot of people probably don't play this guy. What he does is whenever an X-Saber monster that's face up on the field, if a Saber monster gets destroyed by battle while he is face up on the field, you get to draw a card. So the idea behind him is to be able to combine his strategy by crashing all the Ember's Blade and then proccing his ability to draw. I do have a Tengu Plant version of this deck. For those of you guys who are curious as to what the Tengu Plant version is, you'll have to wait until I actually go to a locals and play it. But until now, I'll have to hold that deck until later. But the concept is pretty much the same. To bring out the Axel, you have cards like Giant Rat to get there early. So being able to go Giant Rat set, they attack it, you can go to Axel, and if you have the Ember's Blade in your hand, you can crash your Ember's Blade into the monsters of your opponent's monsters, and then float until you get the third. Basically, you go through all your Ember's Blade. This will generate you a +3. From there, then you can go from Ember's Blade into Fulham Knight, and using one of the 3 cards that you drew off the Axle, you're going to be able to use, hopefully draw into like cards like Book of Moon. That's pretty much the combo. You're going to use the Book of Moon to book the monster that you've been attacking all your Ember's Blade into, and then from there you're going to revive the Ember's Blade from the graveyard using the Fulham Knight. I played 3 copies of Fulham Knight because ideally, especially in Edison format, there are plant tokens or Danny tokens that you can attack. And assuming there's like other Fulham Knights in the graveyard, you can attack Fulham over the token, or Treeborn Frog, another one, or even Battle Fader. And then you can spell summon the second Fulham from the graveyard, and then use this Fulham to attack another low attack monster in defense, and then bring out the third one. So Fulham Knight is generally going to be your advantage engine. So I definitely play 3 of these because he's a +2. If he runs over a monster and he generates you a body, that's a +2. So that's kind of the idea. It's kind of like the Goyo Guardian strategy. So I pretty much catered the strategy around Axel. However, in the tournament, I was unable to actually do the combo. I really wanted to do it, but I just couldn't do it. The reason why I like Axel in Edison, especially, is because there's no way to search for full troll, and in order for you to win the game, most of the time, you need to at least play a full troll on your field. And if you don't have full troll, then it's harder for you to win or synchro summon into your win condition, which is your Gotham's X-Saber Gotham's. So you need to play your commander, and if you can't play your commander, then it's really hard to win. Full troll is a really good card situationally because it is very difficult to put 2 X-Sabers on the field at times, and that's sometimes what makes X-Sabers a really difficult deck to top with. And because of that, sometimes people cut full troll to 2. But in Edison, I think you had to play 3. In Tengu Plant, maybe you can get away with 2 because you have Dark Soul to search for him. But yeah, I mean, he's a +1 every turn. If you're able to keep him on the board with the Golems next to him, then every time the full troll is able to revive a X-Saber, you can tribute off the X-Saber and then go for their hand. So yeah, that's full troll for you. The other X-Sables I play are 2 Airbellums. Airbellum's great. I just don't want to have too many copies in my deck. In the last round of the tournament, I actually lost. I played against a zombie player, and I opened up these 2 cards in my opening hand along with Rescue Cat, and so pretty much that was pretty much a GG's because basically the other 3 cards in my hand were not doing anything, and I needed at least 1 Airbellum in my deck to actually play the cat. So yeah, that was troublesome for me. And I play the cat too as well. I play the one Rajigura because in case I go into the Gotham's loop, the hand rip loop, I at least want to have one of these. It's also a +1 too, so if you're able to bring this out from the deck or normal summon from your hand, then you can get the full troll from your graveyard or any monster that you might need for the situation. So definitely a good card to play. I took a. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but Tyler from TCG Rewind plays Hamster in his Tengu X-Sabers. I decided to take some of that idea and play the Hamster myself. Although there's no Dark Soul in this deck that Hamster can go into, the other card I can go into with this is Raikou. So because I have Raikou in this deck, means that Rescue Cat can turn into a Catastor or an Android. And so that Raikou is really necessary. If I don't draw the Rescue Cat, then my Hamster can go into this. Or I can go into instant level 7. So if they attack Hamster and you bring out the Arabellum set, next turn you can flip the Arabellum, either go into a Black Rose, depending on the situation, or you can go into X-Saber Arabellum, and then you'll have a big X-Saber monster on the field that can run over monsters. But yeah, that's the monster lineup. I play 20 monsters exactly, so it's a balanced deck, I would say. So sometimes you're going to be drawing a higher monster hand than a spell and trap line. Okay, so spells, I play the 3 Book of Moons. I think this is really necessary. You have to be able to capitalize on the fact that this is at 3 in this format, and being able to set a card and then having full Helmet Knight attack over a monster, generating you a +1 is the idea behind Book of Moon. It's very defensive. It's really good. I was. It seems like Book of Moon at 3 seems to be the theme of the decks I've been playing lately. So yeah, because last time I was playing GBs. But yeah, Book of Moon defensive. You know how good it is. Because I play a lot of tuners, I play the Mind Control as well as the Brain Control. So you're going to need these cards to Synchro Summon, and yeah, that's really good. Not much to say about these 2 cards. In order to make my deck consistent, I decided to play the 3 Upstarts. Again, I can't stress the fact that if you don't open up your Full Troll, it's very difficult to win with, so you're going to need to find a way to thin out your deck so you can see those Full Trolls. 1 for 1, I play this. I cited it out often, but the idea behind this is to be able to discard a monster, and then being able to bring out Regigura, and then Regigura can bring back the card that you just ditched off the 1 for 1. And then from there, you're going to normal summon the monster you ditched, most likely an X-Saber monster, and then you'll have 2 monsters so that you can bring out Full Troll. So that's kind of the idea behind 1 for 1. It allows you to pretty much, this is kind of like your Bogger Knight of Edison format, so you can put on 2 bodies on the board, so you can spell summon Full Troll. And then the spell and trap removal, I play the 1 MST and the 1 Heavy Storm. Not much to say there. I don't play the Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk is cool. However, I wanted to get away from relying on Summoner Monk because he is a monster that can be hit by oppression. But you can say that a lot of my cards can be hit by oppression. That's also true as well. However, Summoner Monk requires that I discard a spell card, and there's only one real target that you want to get for Summoner Monk anyways, which is Rescue Cat. So yeah, in case I draw Rescue Cat and I have a Monk in my hand, it's kind of useless. Alright, trap cards. I play the 2 Godin's Emergency Call. Because I play the Upstart Goblin at 3, I decided to cut one of these cards for the Upstart Goblin. Yeah, so really good card. I can't stress enough that sometimes if you don't open a Full Troll, this card is kind of like a Full Troll because it revives 2 X-Saber monsters, and you can do a lot of damage with this guy. The card that a lot of people don't like, I've been perusing around the X-Saber Discord. I noticed that people don't play this card. It's called Saber Hole. So I get why Saber Hole is kind of like looked down upon in Edison format because of cards that activate, like Miracle Fusion, for example. This doesn't stop Miracle Fusion. Vayu doesn't, for example. This doesn't stop Vayu, but this hits normal summons, tribute summons. It hits synchro summons. So I feel like the games you lose in X-Saber is because Caius was able to resolve, and I can't stress that enough. Caius is like the reason why X-Sabers is probably not doing well in this format, because when Caius resolves, it banishes the monster, and then it stops Giant Rat from resolving. It stops Hammer's Blade from resolving, and on top of that, they don't go to the graveyard, so you can't even revive them off of Gotems, or Gotems or Full Troll. So you're going to need some way to like stop the Caius at the very least. And so if they tribute for Caius, you can just Saber Hole it. And if you have a face-up X-Saber monster, you have to have a face-up X-Saber monster to do this, and they can just negate the summon. I mean, I don't know why it's bad. Yes, it is bad if they see the Miracle Fusion. This doesn't do anything, but this stops Deep Sea Diva. This stops like every good normal summon there is in Edison format. So, not entirely sure why this is bad, but people don't like it. I like it. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, and then I play the two bottoms because you need it, and the Mirror Force, the Dust Shoot, and the Saw. I don't play Torrential because I couldn't find space for it, but I would play Torrential in a X-Saber list, X-Saber Dark Soul list. So, yeah, I haven't found room for Torrential, so I just prefer cards that like do something. Maybe in the future when I find out that this is not as good, maybe I can just make this a Torrential or something. But for the most part, I like Saber Hole over the Torrential. Okay, so that was my trap lineup. I think it's only 10, I believe. 5, 9, actually 9. If you count the Book of Moons, that's more interruptions. So and the MST, so 9 and 13. So I have 13 interruptions, which is not bad. So that's my main deck for you guys. For the extra deck, let's go in the side deck. So I side deck another Saber Hole. The reason why is because in case I play against Monarchs, I can just Saber Hole all their normal summons. Yeah. If I play against machines, I have the Cyber Dragon. If I play against machines, I have Thunder Dragon or Thunder King Ryo. Thunder King Ryo's been very nice lately. I really like the fact that he can negate like he can proc like the search stop people from searching. You can attack over a Goblin Zombie. I played a lot of zombies today, lately, so I guess a lot of people are on zombies today. But Thunder King Ryo is just really good. I just can't get enough of him, especially in Edison. I only say one card for the Hero Beat matchup alongside these as well is the at one with a sword. If you guys don't know what this card is, if your only monster that you control is an face-up X-Saber monster, equip this card to that monster. It gains 800 attack. If it destroys a monster by battle, draw a card. So it's kind of like Horn of the Phantom Beast, except it's legal. Horn of the Phantom Beast is not legal in Edison, but this card is legal in Edison, and it's four X-Sabers. So to pretty much tackle the Alias if they have an Honest in their hand. If they don't have an Honest, it's great. So if an Alias attacks into an Ember's Blade and you flip at one with the sword, if they don't have the Honest, then you're getting a +2 off that Alias in the damage step, and they won't be able to Gemini Spark. That's kind of the idea behind at one with the sword. If they do have the Honest, they're trading the Honest for at one with the sword because the Ember's Blade is going to be able to float. Another thing I forgot to mention is Saber Hole is really, really good against Hero Beat as well. So if they normal summon an Alias, then you can Saber Hole it, and they won't get the Gemini Spark because this is a counter trap. So yeah, it's another thing that I failed to mention, but yeah, that's another reason why I would cite it. 2 Dust Tornadoes. Dust Tornadoes go amazing. Because there's only one MST in this format, you need the Dust Tornadoes for all the other reasons. I cited for decks that can theoretically side Royal Oppression, but for the most part, you can just cite it for mostly everything. Yeah. 2 Massacre Strict. I haven't cited it once because I haven't played against. Actually, I did play against the Frogs, and I did cite this in, but it blew up. It blew up because of Black Rose. So, yeah, not as good as I thought it would be, but maybe I haven't found a real reason to cut it yet. So I'm still gonna play around with this card. This card does conflict with X-Sabers because Gothams does tribute an X-Saber monster to discard a card from your opponent's hand. So what you do is you go into Hyunlei, and then you pop your own Restrict. That's kind of the idea. And then from there, you can actually use Gotham's effect. So use Hyunlei, pop your own card. I think you can do it. Let me see. Let me read Hyunlei here. Yeah, select and destroy up to 3 spell and trap cards on the field. So yeah, so you can definitely do that. I said the Gores. I really wanted to main deck it, but I couldn't find a room for this guy. But yeah, in the future, definitely try to find a room for this guy in the main deck. He should not be in the side deck. I have no idea why I sided it. Maybe against Hero Beat, so I can have a body. But also that was my thought process on side decking him. But if you can find a room to main deck this guy, I totally would do it. To pair off from my last deck profile, I decided to play the Anti-Spell Fragrance in the side deck. The idea behind this is that they set their spell cards in their back row, and then you can make Hyunlei to pop all their spell cards while they're set, and they won't be able to activate it. That's why I like Anti-Spell Fragrance in this deck. And then a tech that I saw that Totogon plays was doing was level limit B. So the idea behind this spell card is that all the monsters that are normally really high, they go to defense mode, and then you can run over their monster with Full Home Knight, and then be able to proc Full Home Knight's ability. I drew this card, but I got MST right away, so it didn't really do anything for me. So yeah, that's what it did. Also got Caius too. But the Caius goes to defense mode, which is really nice. And then if the Caius goes to defense mode, you can attack over it in defense mode. Side deck is variable, so just keep that with the with a grain of salt. All right, extra deck. I play the 4. I play the Katas or the Army Arm. Army Arms can be made with the Axel. Axel's level 1, and then of course if you went through the line, the line that I told you about with the Axel, then you're gonna end up most likely with the level 1 and level 3, and they can synchro summon to Army Arm. 5s I play the 2. Like this is an Edison extra deck basically. 2 Brio, Urquazes. It goes X-Saber when you hit the 7, the 6 and the 7. Hyunlei and the Urbellum. I only play one. I haven't found room for the second one yet. Second one did come up, but I still won the game, so I guess I didn't need it after all. Another level 7 play is Black Rose. Sometimes you do want to go into Urbellum just over the Black Rose, because if you open up the emergency call, then this card makes it live because it's a X-Saber name. Level 8s I play are the standard ones: Stardust, Colossal, Thought Ruler, and then I made Gothams. Gothams is like probably the most important out of all of them. He's great because he basically wins the game on his own because he discards and it's not once per turn. So really strong. Miss Worm and Chimera Tech Fortress. Gorse Token. Yeah, but that's pretty much the deck for you guys. The theory is pretty much all that you need to worry about, which is to be able to use or access the X-Saber Axel and then crash all your Emerald's Blade in so that you can draw a bunch of cards. If you guys are interested in the gameplay video, I do have the same setup where I have the POV, so you're able to see what my plays are. And then I was able to show you guys how the deck works. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. I know X-Sabers is one of those decks that is a very lower tiered deck, but I was able to get third with it. Technically, I could have got first if the tournament ended sooner. I was the only undefeated after round 3, but they made another round, and then I lost to that guy. So just how it is. And anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next profile. Peace.